Hello, good morning, everyone. I wanted to take some time to give you some personalized guidance as far as what to expect for English this year in terms of course procedures and guidelines to make our class run as smoothly as possible. So, what I've engineered here is to help you manage your workload and manage your expectations for English class while we are virtual. Nonetheless, I do think that many of these guidelines will translate well to if and when we return to physical school at some point during this school year. So, first of all, hello and welcome back to all of you. I am really excited about our school year and about all of the chances that we have to make our time together really productive and meaningful, but ultimately really enjoyable as well. Personally speaking, I have to say this is the most unusual first day of school I've ever had. This is my 15th year at Nutley High School. I've always been physically in the classroom on the first day of school, on the third floor, sweating and but excited and, nervous, but all of those things. I will say, I'm still pretty nervous and pretty excited, and I still have that butterfly feeling that I always have on the first day of school. I'm also, I like the challenge. I think that it's been interesting as a teacher during this time, and I like that I've been able to learn so many new skills and hopefully add to that as the year goes by. In terms of technology and in terms of being creative with coming up ways to meet and get to know all of you. Anyway, this introduction will help you to understand routines and procedures that are going to make our class work. Okay? So, my goal for our course is that I can help to minimize any distractions and in turn maximize the connections between us and communication between us. So, first of all, I always say to every class at the beginning of the year, number one, the most important thing that you should realize when you walk into my room, whatever my room looks like, is to be prepared to work. And I say that with enthusiasm and with integrity. Um, I do believe my class to be academic and rigorous, but also, yes, a whole lot of fun. Nonetheless, I think that it's important for you to respect school as a workspace and respect your class as an opportunity, as a place for you to really grow and learn. So, number one, I want you to get into the habit of creating a daily routine for yourself before school starts. And again, this translates to virtual and in person learning. Okay. You should get into the habit of giving yourself time to get dressed each day, groomed, and eat breakfast before you begin class. These things matter. Okay. It matters in terms of your energy, it matters for how you feel about yourself. Number two, you should create a specific workstation where you will sit for each class and complete your schoolwork. So, yeah, you're not in the building, but you're definitely part of Nutley High School and you're part of this class. So, figure out the best place for yourself to work. To echo what the high school administrators told you in the video they posted about 2 weeks ago, um, you should sit upright in a chair with some kind of desk or table in front of you. That I think will work better than if you're kind of reclined on your bed or on a couch or something like that. Third, when you come into class, you should be prepared by logging in already to Schoology, opening all documents that pertain to class on that day. You should be as present as possible by participating in conversations, asking questions, and supporting others. Third or fourth, I value your input. Our classroom won't work without each of you. So I'm recording this after my first day of lessons. And the one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of silence in the Google Meet when I'm not talking. So I look forward to hearing your voices. Turn your mic off and, let me hear that you understand what I've just said. Okay. Be an active part of the room. Okay. It matters. I want to know that you're there. Okay. just like you want to know that I'm here, right? The second piece is, of course, class attendance and expectations for participation. So, yes, we're operating on a hybrid schedule. Our class will meet in a 3-day interval, either following the G schedule for classes 1 through 4, or following the H schedule, that's classes 5 through 8. So far, again, I just had one day. Looks like many of you figured out where to go, where to find your classes, okay? The virtual day begins at 9:10 and concludes at 12:22. Each class meets for 45 minutes. I suggest that you write out a copy of the daily schedule and keep it close to your desk. So this is what I did this morning. I literally wrote the period breakdown on a Post-it, and I just keep it right here in case I forget. So the next piece, I do largely expect that you will be on time for class, just as I would if we were in room 311. I plan to take attendance within the first few minutes of class. If you arrive after attendance has been taken, you will be marked late. If you do not sign into Google Meet during our class time, you will be marked absent. So, you have to recognize that, like, I take attendance when class starts and then I move on. If you are coming into class and you don't hear me call your name, that means that I've probably already marked you absent. You need to speak up and let me know what time you're coming into class so that I can go back to real time and mark you late. Better that I mark you late than that I mark you absent, but it's on you to make it clear that you're there, okay? So if I don't call your name, it means I've already taken attendance, and it means that you've been likely marked absent. All right, so the second piece, in addition to our class meets, are daily office hours. So for the first few weeks of school and beyond, you will find that I'm pretty much, readily available to meet with you for help or for clarification on your work during school office hours. They range from 1:22 p.m. to 2:53, which is the end of the day. You will sign up for a time slot in which to meet with me in advance through Calendly. So you're going to use this link on this welcome back document to schedule a 15-minute time slot. If you should find that you're seeking help or seeking extra help or clarification. So if I click on this link, and you go to Mrs. Toledano office visit, and you click on today, or we can start even with tomorrow. You'll notice that there's 4 time slots for you to pick from. Okay, and by clicking on that time slot and hitting confirm, you're setting up a specific and established time in which to meet with me. So that's the office hour piece of all of this. The next thing that you'll want to think about is communication with me outside of class. So here's what I've come up with. During school hours, that is from 9:10 to 2:53, number one, I prefer that you ask questions during class, really and truly. I like, more than ever, I need to hear your voices. I need to see your faces. So if we're talking about an upcoming assignment anyway, that is the optimum time to ask questions or to seek clarification about, something that you're not sure of. Okay? If for some reason you don't get to ask a question in class or the question comes up for you later on, then you will want to schedule an office hour visit, which I just went over in step 3. If you find that you need help after the school day has ended, there's really 2 things that you can do. Number 1, shoot me a message through Google Hangouts. That's between 3 to 6 p.m. I love Google Hangouts. I think that it's a great tool, and it's like a really sort of casual way to send me a message that I can get back to you right away. There is also a video chat feature in case there was something we really had to talk about. And I've got 2 kids of my own. I've got a busy house here, but I'll do my best to always get back to you right away. Um, Anytime at between like evenings, that's 6 to 9 p.m., if you need to email me, that's fine. I ask though that you don't email me between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. I'm sleeping, all right? And won't be able to get to your email or your concern until the next morning. So I just say that because like if you need my help on that day of, like I want you to know what to do during school hours. I want you to know that there's some time to reach me in the afternoon from 3 to 6 through Google Hangouts. And there's some chance that you can email me early evening and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, if you're sending me an email in the middle of the night, I'm just not going to see it until the next morning, all right? But again, it's my mission to help you as soon as I can. The next piece is Schoology. Now, we all have some comfort level with Schoology at this point in that we did distance learning last spring, okay? Some of your teachers may even have been using Schoology before that point. And we all know that Schoology sometimes creates or sustains specific problems. So if you are struggling to submit an assignment, something is due, today, and you can't submit it because Schoology won't let you, please contact me about the issue on that day. This is a way for me to just know that there's a problem to help you figure out how to solve it, but nonetheless, it shows me that you're accountable, okay? That you're not just forgetting to hand something in. One way to do that is to come to office hours to clarify the problem. Sometimes I'm even able to help you with it. If the problem happens after school, send me a message through Hangouts. If you can't submit the assignment at all through Schoology, but you want to hand it in, send the assignment to me in an email on the day it is due, okay? Better that I have the assignment in my possession than not at all, okay? We can always figure out Schoology later on. So the next piece of this is late work. There are times where many of you, will find that something is not on time for a number of different reasons. Number one, I want you to know that it's my goal to be fair and to be flexible with all of you. In turn, I do expect that you will be honest and that you will be responsible about communicating with me. I value your honesty. I value your candor. So I want you to always remember that, okay? The second piece is I want you to always take the time to give me the explanation and then to ask me for the help. So first, if an assignment is due and then I go on to grade it, I grade the work, I put the scores in real time, and then I move on. I'm not going to go back to an assignment unless a student tells me that they have submitted the assignment after the fact, which means if you find yourself submitting work after it's due, after it's been graded, then you need to put it on my radar that you're submitting it late. So here's what I want you to do. If your work is late, visit me during office hours to let me know that you've submitted the assignment. Tell me the truth. Tell me that you've submitted it. I'm not even asking you to tell me the whole story. I just want to know that you're admitting it, that it's late. I want you to realize I can see your revision history. I can see the timestamp. So I will find out one way or another how late something is and why it's late. So just, tell me it's late. Don't tell me something else. Be clear about which assignment you have submitted. Be sure to know the name of the assignment and when it was actually due. Finally, you should understand, I can't score work late if I don't know that you've handed it in. So once again, you submit something on Schoology and I've already graded it for the rest of the class. I won't know. You need to put it on my radar. Okay, I think that was all that I had as far as specific expectations for you and things that I like to use to set up my classroom. We will likely talk about real time and the gradebook and what you can expect that to look like. I just thought I would wait until maybe next week when we actually start our units. Then I could kind of offer you more clarity on how that is handled. All right, everyone. Thank you. I hope you have a great day.